Hey guys, I just wanted to make a video kind of in response to what Rob had posted the other day. Some have called it a viral video on the internet. I say it's an act of strength and courage by one man to voice his beliefs and opinions on such a broad scale, and know that he's going to face some criticism from both ends of the spectrum. I know I'm likely to get the same, but that's okay with me. I can do all things through Christ who gives me strength, and that's one of the biggest things in my life. I kind of want to just share with you guys how powerful and how moving God has been in my life lately. I've struggled with addiction, alcoholism, lust, greed, gluttony, all of the regular temptations that Satan throws at you every day, and only by the power of God was I ever saved. And the last year and a half of my life have been the best I have ever lived, and it's all because Jesus Christ was willing to pay that cost on the cross for my sins, for your sins, for everybody who is willing to follow him. Christianity is more than just a religion. It's about actively seeking God and trying to know him better. It's a misconception, I guess, because of what has become. It is a religion, but in my eyes, it's not a dogma. And you know, maybe you feel otherwise, but that's okay, cause I know what I believe in, and it's hard not to believe in a higher power because everything around us is so great and intricate. The life that we have inside of our bodies, the electricity, the neurons, the atoms, everything can't just be for nothing. So anyways, this is just something that I wrote. I was inspired by what Rob wrote, and maybe you guys are inspired to do something likewise. If not, you know, just leave me a comment, say hi. Love to hear from you guys. So here we go. So this is in response to something that was written. It caused many to get angry, but many more to listen. It helped me to reach this marvelous position. Words from this man have caused so many to question, and from all of this, we can learn a valuable lesson. To each his own is something I live by, because who am I to judge when there's a thorn in my own eye? And we all know about the one guy who infamously did say, "Judge not, or you will be judged the same way." So if I know that many have had it worse, then who am I to curse at the one who brings discord? With regular old life, I began to get bored. I hoarded and collected material things. I had big dreams and wanted it all, but that was only the beginning of my downfall. I turned my back on the one who had making all the things in my life for granted I had taken. I did not know my whole world was about to be shaken. My world was turned upside down. Not even my closest friends could tell a smile from a frown. Alcohol, drugs, and sex. It wasn't complex, but it was a really tough test. Was I to take the easy way and fall into temptation, or was I going to live for the one whose life had been taken? Why is it so hard to see that one man could have possibly taken everything bad from you and me, so that in the beginning of the next life we could be seated next to the one who had created and already contemplated the views and beliefs, the life of the homeless people on the street? So this is where people start to see defeat. Why have some been successful and some become ill? Why have some cherished life while others cheat, steal, and kill? While God is the ultimate lifesaver, there is one who lurks that is the evil tempter. He wants you to think that you are better than all the ones who have fallen on their knees and said, "God, please." It happened in my life. I had a baby before I had a wife. I even blamed God for all of my strife. My life had got crazy. I was lazy and full of temptation, lust, and greed. But more than anything, I had a dying need. A need to be loved and a need to love. Soon that need became a message from above. I didn't see a bright light, I didn't see a dove. I saw strength and compassion from one who had believed, and immediately I began to feel relieved. For I can do all things through him who gives me strength. I began to feel the love that would go to any length. Not only did he hear me, but he understood my complaints. And that was the beginning of a true life without restraints. I headed to a building that we all call the church, a building full of people who had been lost and had been hurt. It is there that I began to learn it is not about the destination, but it's the journey along the way. I stood up, I sang, and listened to what the pastor had to say. I still remember the way I felt that day, when I was called by God's will to live by his principles even after my heart stands still. On that day, I started to call myself a Christian, the day that I would no longer stand by, but actively listen, and look for the grace that caused Jesus Christ to glisten. Christianity is a religion, and it's more than just beliefs. It's about striving to be more like the one who knows no defeat. It's more than an empty tomb, more than a virgin womb. It's about accepting everyone, no matter whom. It's about reaching out with open arms, helping someone out instead of causing harm, lifting someone up instead of breaking them down, knowing who you are and not being afraid to clown around. Because your opinion of me is not really any of my business, I'm going to do what I feel is right and stand up and witness. This is more than just a response, it's more of an extension of what transformed my being to share that I was blind, but now I am seeing. So you guys, that's just my little creation. Wanted to share it with you guys. Thanks a lot, Rob, for posting your video in the first place. It was very motivational and inspirational, and